Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Okay, so for those of you that click the multiple links, I think I have like a dozen links on there. For those of you that click the links, we will be talking about Generation Xers today. There's something I spoke on before. I wanted to rehash it and kind of go in a little bit more detail tonight. Yeah, so Generation Xers. So this is the generation. Um, this is the generation of no scrubs, right? This is the no scrubs generation. This is the you know the I don't need no man generation. The youngest of Generation X was born in 80 or 81, right? I think the oldest of Generation X right now, if I'm not mistaken, is about 50. I'm sorry, is about 57, 57 years old, the oldest of them. And so this is coming a couple years premature. This should be more when the oldest of Gen X hits about 60 years old, but we'll check in again in about 3 years, right? Essentially, as the title suggests, the receipt, the receipt for I don't need no man, the receipt for no scrubs, the receipt for he wasn't man enough for me, the receipt for these black men are secretly gay, the receipt for these men are abusive, these men are losers, these men don't want to go to school, these men are not on my level, these men are they don't earn enough. The receipt for all of that is you being single, is you being in a same-sex loving relationship as a coping mechanism. Let's be very clear. It's you and your dogs or cats. It's you and your Rose toy and Lifetime movies. It's you thinking that we don't know that you have a long and storied past with non-black men. Oops. Hmm. Generation X, which were the children of both boomers and silent generation, depending on where how old you are, where you fall on the scale, you know, right? Because some boomers were having Generation X babies. Generation X doesn't have as much power, but they do have great influence over culture, right? Particularly Black Xers. For the most part, when you think of cool, you think of an Xer, a Black Xer. DMX, Biggie, Pac, all of them, Black Wu Tang, all of them Xers. Jay-Z Xers, Diddy Xer, right? Dr. Dre Xer, all of those are Xers, all of them. Cube, Ice Cube X, right? All the actors and actresses, all Xers. Mariah Carey, all of them, Xers, right? Great influence over culture. That includes the women. That includes the black women. We're speaking about, and I'm going to bring this up again, right? We're speaking about a group of people for extra women, particularly the celebrities, the singers, the actresses. These are people, many of them, who have been in Hollywood for 2 and 3 decades, right? 2 and 3 decades. Why are you single, Lisa Ray? And these are people that want to be in relationships. Let's be very clear. These are people that claim they want to be in relationships, they want to be married, and they want to be partnered to a man. Some of them, they say they want to be partnered exclusively to a black man. Some of them, they just say they want to be partnered to a man. Right? From the ones of them that are with men decades younger than them, To the ones of them, train tracks, who are now in same-sex loving relationships, to the ones of them who are with very less accomplished white men, to the ones of them who are making out on stage with men decades younger than them, right? To the ones of them that are trying to double back to relationships they haven't had in a decade or two. Generation X black women, particularly these celebrities, have had access to the masters of the universe for 2 and 3 decades. Maya been making music since the 90s. Brandy been making music since the 90s. Vivica been a star since what, the 80s, the 90s? Right? Right? So Xers, for the most part, were born between 67 and 81. Their ages range from about 42, 43 to about 57. Right? And then now you have Tracy Ellis Ross at over 50 years old, thirst trapping and admitting she's doing it. Now, we understand human beings, particularly women, you know, want to feel beautiful, take pictures and get comments and yeah, but you thirst trapping at over 50. You got Taraji crying her eyes out because she don't got no man, but everybody knows it and nobody's saying it. Maya marrying herself. Monica over here practically waiting outside the prison for C Murder to come out. Right? And yes, I slipped in a couple of millennials in there. I think Lala Anthony, I have her in the links also, right? Even though she's technically a millennial, right? An older millennial, but still a millennial. Some of these women have been married, some of them have never been married. Some of them have children, some of them have never had children. But still. Huh. All of that, you've been rubbing elbows and other things with connected men before we even talk about black men. Some of these women have been in Hollywood, like I said, since the 90s. You've been making music since the 90s. You've been an actress in Hollywood since the 90s, since the early 2000s. You've been a name for 2 and 3 decades. You've been a name for 2 and 3 decades. I want to get a jump on all the brothers that were going to wait until the oldest Xers hit 60 to be like, well, no, we don't even got to wait that long. Not much is going to change in their life over the next 3 years. Y'all couldn't make it work with any man for 2 and 3 decades. Forget just talking about black men. You couldn't make it work with any man for 2 and 3 decades. Right? And we're using the celebrity black women to have a larger conversation about women, Xers, extra black women with looks, with talent, being connected. You could have parlayed that into anything. Lisa Ray married a damn prince practically at one point. Janet Jackson was with a billionaire at one point. Vivica A. Fox was with 50 Cent. Did he break the break Snoop Dogg's record for the most albums sold in a week or something like that, or in a month? At one point, right? Huh. You couldn't go anywhere without hearing Mary J. Blige, Brandy. At one point, now what? Why does this matter? Because this generation had everything. These particular women we're describing had everything, and we're using them, right? We're using them to have a larger conversation about similarly situated extra black women that maybe are less famous, maybe less connected, but same situation. The looks, the education, the talent, the connections. Y'all were rubbing elbows, like I said, and rubbing other things with the masters of the universe. Y'all had them in your hands. White, black, Latino, Asian, otherwise. Well, maybe not so much Asians, but still, right? And y'all fumbled that bag. And now, as y'all slowly approach 60, for the oldest of you, what will you tell your nieces? Huh? What will you tell your nieces? What will you tell your daughters? What will you tell your girl cousins? That black men weren't on your level, black men ain't ish, right? Y'all ain't gonna mention how many white guys y'all were secretly sleeping with. A whole generation, 15, 16 years, 2 and 3 decades to make it right with a man. Like I said before, some married, some not married, some with children, some without children. 2 and 3 decades. That Rugrats song with Maya came out in the 90s. What was that, 90? I mean, excuse me, 99, 2000? Take Me There? That's the 90s, right? The Janet and Busta song came out in what, the early aughts, the late 90s? Two could play that game with, wasn't that Vivica A. Fox? When did that come out? When did Set It Off come out? Right? No Scrubs. When did that come out? 99, 2000? Right? 98, something like that. Look at that. Some women been popping for 25 years, 26 years, 30 years, right? 30 years, right? And single child. And why this matters, once again, these women are telling us they want to be married. They want to have a man. That's why I put the clip of Vivica entertaining being with 50 again, right? Some of y'all married, still drooling over a man who's been dead for over 2 decades. Jada Pinkett Smith, married with children that are adults, and you still drooling over a man who's been dead for over 2 decades. Y'all can't blame this on men. You cannot blame this on men. I picked these particular women for a reason. What did Rod say on it? This is the best of black women. These are some of the most attractive, talented, connected. I didn't even go into the education realm. Oh my God. But more importantly, the fact that they're celebrities and they're public and these are names that we know, so that's a good reason to pick them. But decades, and these are supposedly heterosexual women. For Aisha Taylor, at least one time she was heterosexual. Once upon a time, right? Fine, forget black men. Y'all couldn't make it work with any man for 2 and 3 decades. And when you finally made it work with a man, supposedly, it's a white dude that's a decade younger than you and less talented than you and less famous than you. Chili. Right? Huh. Millionaire women who could have parlayed their celebrity into anything, being with a politician, being with another celebrity, right? Being with the athlete and making it last for decades. And they didn't. And they didn't. Right? Right? Y'all helped to set the template for millennial women, for Gen Z women. Y'all were the example. How does that example look right now? Aisha Taylor. How does that example look right now? Janet Jackson. Huh? How does that example look? Monica. I think Monica might be. Is Monica a millennial? Either way. How does that example look right now? Maya, Brandy. Right? How does that example look right now? Y'all set the example. How does that example look? What's my girl that was on Claws and now she's on the Brat? I should have threw the Brat in there too. The Brat. What's the homegirl that was in Claws and now she's married to a woman? Forgot her name. Niecy Nash. Niecy Nash. There we go. How does it look right now? This is the example. Right? And this was light work. This is just what, a dozen examples? How many examples could I pull out of extra women? If I expanded it out of just black women, oh my God. The reason why I'm rehashing this is because I was thinking about that. I can't remember which O'Shea video I was watching, and then I was just thinking, all these extra women. I covered this before, but all of these extra women, And these are not like no ones, and these are not many of them are not anyone any of us would call unattractive. Famous, attractive. At one point, to be honest, as a millennial, you were drooling over these women. They were posters on your wall, on your bedroom wall, right? As a teenager. You fast forward decades later, and there you go. Janet over here fighting Paris, her niece Paris, Michael Jackson's daughter, in front of the house. Halle Berry got the two white dudes fighting in front of her house. Vivica A. Fox is dancing on Kevin Samuel's grave, right? Oh yeah, Khalees with Bill Murray. Yeah, yeah, that's a link in my comments. Khalees threw all type of dirt on Nas' name when they broke up. All type of dirt. And I'm not gonna disparage Bill Murray too much, but look, you with the old white dude with the wrinkled balls, right? All the dirt you threw on Nas' name. Same thing with Halle when she broke up with Eric Benet, right? Oh yeah, AB said, "Wait, Janet did what? Yeah, she over here kissing some 23-year-old, right? Maya marrying herself. Aisha Taylor over here went from the white man to a white woman. Don't worry, the left is gonna tell me that's love. Okay, yeah, that's it, right? Taraji crying her eyes out, Tracy thirst trapping and still throwing a temper tantrum about a particular type of weird relationship that she knows she's not gonna have. So you know how they start doing too much. Well, maybe I'm just ahead of my time, and maybe that yawn, right? We're talking about women in their 40s and 50s, 50s, borderline sounding like teenagers, right? And thank you for the super chat, Vic. And Victor Creed says, seems like Aisha, I said Aisha, Alisa, Alicia Keys. There we go. Jesus Christ, because I kept on saying thinking of Aisha Taylor again. But yeah, seems like Alicia Keys is the new one out of the game. Well, the only one out of the game. Yeah, you could argue she kind of had to elbow the next chick out of the way, but okay, right? Huh? And this is sad. A generation of upwardly mobile women, attractive women, educated women, women with some money, talent, like I said, connected, could have parlayed their film career or their celebrity or their ability to sing into any type of relationship, intimate relationship with men across the spectrum, right? They could have parlayed that into anything, and no. Now the oldest of them are approaching 60. The oldest of them are approaching 60. Forget 40. Forget 50. The oldest are 57 years old, approaching 60. And when they're 65 and 70, they're going to tell their daughters and their nieces they were looking for love, right? They're going to sound like bell hooks. I was looking for love, but everywhere I went, I found patriarchy. Yawn, right? A generation that came of age after the civil rights movement. Yes, they're a smaller generation, right? They don't have the money that the boomers have, true, but the Xers have a chokehold on culture. And what did Xer black women do with the chokehold they had on culture? Uh-oh. Tell you how much they didn't need a man. Ooh. Tell you how you weren't man enough for them. Shout out to you, right? Tony Braxton. I couldn't get Tony Braxton's name out. No scrubs. Ain't that right, TLC? Right? That's what the Xers did with their chokehold. The black Xer women, the chokehold they had on culture, not just black culture, culture in America, culture in the West. What did they do with it? Right? Shirley Shepard out here, damn, they're asking for her to be able to rent husbands. Right? Huh? Rent husbands practically. Niecy Nash went from dudes to women. Aisha Taylor went from dudes to women. Khalees went from black to whatever dude what her deceased husband was. Rest in peace, stomach cancer, right? To old rickety, rockety, crickety, crotchety white man, right? Hmm. Maya got so overly exposed at a young age. All she got now is to marry herself. Huh. Taraji telling y'all she can't do this by herself no more, right? Lonnie Love told you she was tired of being single after she pretended like she was okay with being single before she ended up with the white dude. Victor Creed said Foxy Brown too. After Jay-Z, that was it. After Jay-Z, that was it. Foxy got off that train and she ain't never been back on that train ever since. Beyonce ain't never gonna let her get back on that train. Right? Huh. Some of my subscribers, y'all are Xers. Tell me I'm lying. These are the women that so many. I'm a generation younger than y'all. We had them as on posters. We were drooling over them. Right? Man, if I win the lottery, boy, I'm gonna. If I ever get famous, yeah. Look at them now. Right? Look at them now. And it's not to really make fun of them. It's a cautionary tale to millennial and Gen Z women because you can't ever expect extra black women, celebrity extra black women, to tell you, "Oh, I done effed up. Don't follow me." Vivica A. Fox will never say that. Tony Braxton told y'all she was what she regretted not being out here more, right? Lisa Ray will never tell y'all that. Monica, not Monica, Maya will never tell y'all that. Shirley Shepard will never tell you that. Janet Jackson, Halle Berry will never tell y'all, I messed up. I took men for granted. I didn't know there was a clock on my youth. I didn't realize there was a clock on my looks, right? To even save the next generation of women. No, they're doubling down. And we're as a millennial, I can tell you, we see it right now. We're watching millennial women do the same thing to other millennial women and Gen Z women. Shout out to Yanni and Chrissy. What's Crystalline Kerosene? Is she not an Xer? Somebody tell me. Crystalline Kerosene never came out. You okay? Look, okay. I was mad at my black baby daddy. I waged war on black men. I ended up with the white dude. It didn't work out. I'm sorry. I messed up. I'm the godmother of swirling and divesting, the more extreme form. I helped to set this in motion, all because I was mad at my black baby daddy that he didn't marry me. Crystal ain't come out and tell millennials and Gen Z that yet, and other extra women that she never will. She never will. Vivica danced on Kevin Samuel's grave. Meanwhile, she's telling Sherry Shepard, "Yeah, you know what? I would entertain a relationship. I am single, and I will entertain a relationship with 50 again." Like Corey Holcomb said, Kevin was talking about women like you, Vivica. I mean, he did say your name literally, but he was talking about women like you. Exactly. Right? Oh, Longo said Vivica's a very, very young boomer, by the way. Okay. Throw her in the Xers. Xers said, I don't want her. Right? Don't worry, I put Lala Anthony in there, and she's not a a generation Gen Xer either. She's a millennial. But I put her in there to show. Fine, let's go from Vivica A. Fox all the way across to Lala. Both of them older than Xers on Vivica's side, younger than Xers on Lala Anthony's side. Right? We have to also start. Look, y'all don't hear Mr. Z say that this whole exercise your options thing, men exercising their options, or you know what goes on in between a man, a woman, and whatever side chick he has. But Beyonce told y'all she made that song, and yeah, to the left, yeah, that sound nice. Where Beyonce going? Hmm? We could talk about how um out there Gabrielle Union is, and her relationship with D Wade's son, right? Zaya, whatever. Oh well, daughter, I guess now with D Wade's oldest daughter, I guess we'll call. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. Guess what? She's paid 50-50 and she's still not going nowhere. Uh-oh. She's paying 50-50 and she's still not going nowhere. Thank you, somebody, for bringing up. Thank you, Victor Creed, for bringing up Tyra Banks also. Another one. Can't find black men on her level. That's what she said. Couldn't find black men on her level. She waited. Ended up with the white man. Tick tock, divorce. There you go. Or break up. My bad. I don't. No, they were married, right? And she was a supermodel. Naomi Campbell, supermodel. Can't make it work. Supermodel. Tyra Banks, supermodel. Can't make it work. Who wasn't trying to throw money at y'all? White man, black man, Arab men, Latino men, throwing money. Can't make it work. At least Tyra Banks got a kid out the deal. Naomi Campbell, well, let's. Does anyone know if Naomi Campbell has some type of situation and she can't have children? Right? Sanaa Lathan, another one. Thank you, Charles Irby. Right? And KW Don says, and thank you, KW Don, for the super chat. And KW Don says, all of those Gen X women celebrities failed to cash in their chips, or they bet on the wrong horse, bro. That's all Mr. Z is saying, right? Oh, so Tyra never married that dude, right? Mel B from the Spice Girls. Well, at least she got a baby from from Eddie Murphy, right? All of that. Wow. Like I said, a generation of incredibly talented, attractive black women. A generation of incredibly bad black women. Y'all are the people that God took off the conveyor belt and said, oh, I'm going to spend some time drawing this one. Right? I'm going to give this one an incredible voice. I'm going to give this one incredible looks, incredible talent. and y'all couldn't make it work with the opposite sex of any race. I would like to direct you to Halle Berry, right? Look how long it took Chili to finally, and she's younger dude, less successful, less accomplished, right? And you know, if you are, we're not going to make fun of them necessarily for dating or marrying air quotes down, right? This is where Ebony K. Williams comes in, and this is where Iyanla Van Zant's conversation with her come in. But let's be very clear. If you're 45 and 55 and damn they're 60 and you've been in Hollywood for 2+ decades, for 3 decades, right? Like I said about Tracy Ellis Ross, your mother is Diana Ross. Your father is some rich, connected Jewish man. You've never been married. You don't have any children. And the reason why it matters is because you say you would like these things. If you said you wouldn't, we all know you would be lying. But at least there would be some plausible deniability, right? Wow. Like I said, Monica damn there waiting outside the prison for, I mean, she's been in multiple relationships. She has a thing for hood dudes, clearly. But we can't say anything about that because Tiny been married to T.I. for how long? And she ain't going nowhere. I mean, she did cheat, but she ain't going nowhere, right? Huh. And Oliver the Gray says, and thank you for the super chat. Remember when Tyra was trying to throw it at young Bow Wow? Look, I get it, right? I get it. Many of y'all, you know, couldn't see yourself with a regular dude. Fine. You've had 2 and 3 decades to make it work with the men that are similarly situated to you. White men, black men, Latino men, Arab men. Y'all travel around the country, y'all travel around the world, right? Y'all travel around the country, you travel around the world. Isn't Trina an Xer too? No ring. I'm not gonna. Yeah, she's from Dade County too. One of my Dade natives. No ring. Well, she's been what, engaged, right? No kids. No ring. No kid. No marriage. No kids. Right? Huh. Like I said, a generation of incredibly attractive, incredibly talented, connected women. Why this matters so much is because you can't say it's the men. Y'all were in Hollywood around even non-black men. Y'all in studios around non-black men. You were traveling around the country and around the planet. You've been famous for 2 and 3 decades, right? Then had number one and top 10 hits and top 100 hits since the 90s, right? Since the 90s. Box office hit movies since the 90s. Vivica was an Independence Day, right? If you didn't know who TLC was, you definitely knew who they were by No Scrubs. If you didn't know them from What About My Friends, if you didn't know them from Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls, if you didn't know them from, you definitely knew about them by No Scrubs. That song was everywhere. It was a women's anthem everywhere. You couldn't go anywhere in the US. You couldn't go anywhere in the English speaking world without hearing that damn song, right? And Chile is just now getting her white prince that's like a decade younger than her. But oops, and don't got as much money. Uh oh, right? Who's Little Kim? Who is Little Kim with? Ooh, goddamn, Mr. Z. We know she has a kid, huh? What notable name y'all know of Foxy being with since Jay Z? Yikes. Faith Evans ended up being with Stevie J. God damn. Uh oh. Do I gotta mention her? Do I have to? Lauren Hill. God damn. One kid you still don't know who the dad is. It ain't Wyclef. It ain't the Marley son. It ain't Pros. Uh oh. And this was supposed to be, Lauren was supposed to be the sister for us brothers that want somebody a little bit low key, more hotep, right? On that bohemian thing, Earth Mother Goddess thing. Yeah. Out here, right? Oh, wait. The brothers that chase after this heavy sisters. You think you safe? Jill Scott. God damn. Uh oh. Hmm? Y'all forgot when Homegirl threatened to put out all the rumors about Jill Scott and Erica Badu and how they be out here? Uh oh. Where did that story go after that? Right? Hmm. Brandy. Ooh, Brandy. Yikes. Right? Lied about being engaged to the dude that got her pregnant, and then you don't really know too much about her love life after that. After the baby. After we found out, yeah, you were lying. Xers, right? Xers. And Eric Deadman says, and thank you for the super chat, Eric. Eric Deadman says, Mr. Z, don't forget about Pep from Salt and Pepper. She fumbled a young Will Smith, and he really wanted her. She chose Tretch from Naughty by Nature. Yeah, right? OP. Oh, you're done with OPP? Uh oh. Uh oh. And now, see, you could have been with Will. He would have never left you, clearly. You could have been Jada. Could have been Jada. For all my look, Sahel, for all my brothers that like their women a little bit, a little bit more chunky, a little bit more brolic. Queen Latifah. Uh-oh. You like your women a little bit more on the masculine side? Let's stop playing. Some of y'all brothers like y'all women's a little bit more butch, right? Yeah, right. Oh, I never heard of this before. And Detroit says, don't forget about, and thank you for the super chat, Detroit. And once again, thank you for the super chat, Eric Deadman. Um, and Detroit says, don't forget about JJ Fad. There's a story about not getting a deal from Easy E. I did not know about that. Right, right. I did not know about that. Give me more details in the further down. I didn't know about that. Right. Longo said, "Do you even need to mention Queen Latifah?" Yeah, Claudia Jordan. We mentioned her already. T713. Yeah, we mentioned her. Oh, did she? And T says also add Claudia Jordan 50. She recently made some comments about how men only want to smash now. Yeah. Robin Givens, anyone? I thought it, but I didn't know if she was in a relationship, right? You embarrass Mike Tyson. You embarrass Mike Tyson. How you looking now? Decades later. You know, it really is. I would argue, and it doesn't matter whether we care or not, but they really think they stay on that train forever. They don't think they're gonna age. They don't think the world's gonna stop treating them like everything's about them. They don't think that eventually men are gonna stop calling. right? You know, the other night, Jason Black did a stream, and he was talking about the difference between celebrity and respect. Do these people respect you, right? Do they respect you? And something to think about is for these particular celebrity black women, you know, you're super attractive, you might be super talented, but once again, did you develop you? Are you an insufferable a-hole? Are you a diva and you think you can do that forever? Right? Neil Long, y'all could throw Neil Long in there. Y'all could throw Neil Long in there, right? You think you can do that forever, and you be looking real sick when you realize you can't. Now you about to be Diane Carroll. Now you about to be Eartha Kitt. Longo, there's a reason why I didn't put her up. There's a reason why I didn't put her recent situation. I don't really, you know. But you can mention the other Regina Hall. Regina Hall is so bad. Regina Hall is still bad. Regina Hall is still bad. No, 50. No, man. Does Regina Hall have kids? I don't think she has any kids either, right? How do you look like Regina Hall and Sanaya Lathan and be in Hollywood for what? 3 decades? How long? Regina Hall been in Hollywood for what? Over 2 decades. Right? Over and what does that mean? Regina Hall is she 50 years old and the late still super attractive. Sanaa Lathan's still attractive. What that mean? Both of them, I don't think would never been married, don't have any kids. Both of them, right? And Spain Man says Regina is a tough one because I'd like to believe that she's pleasant. Me too. She doesn't give me a-hole vibes. But if you're 50, come on, look. We're men. We're black men. We're men. We're black men. Regina Hall would get passes, and even we would give her passes on being a bit of an a-hole because she looks that good. Regina Hall is there's if she's not an a-hole, then there's something else going on there. Entitlement, maybe there's something else going on there, right? You know, because for you to be in Hollywood for that long and be that attractive. And remember, she made the little skit, the little video about turning 50, and wow, X are women in general. I just didn't want to list all the white ones. Like I said the last time I covered this, if we list the white ones too and the Latinas, the list will be a scroll. It'll wrap around the planet. And once again, we're speaking about women that claim they want to be married and claim they want to have children. That's one of the reasons why I didn't mention Queen Latifah earlier, even though she didn't throw a fit, but she did make mention of people of the doctors talking about her weight and essentially trying to get doctors to stop fat shaming. Doctors. Let me say this once again. Physicians that's supposed to care about your health. Wait. Physicians that are supposed to care about your health. You want them to stop telling you about your health? Wait, what? What do you what? What? UNITY? What? J Lo should have stayed with Diddy. She should have rode out with Diddy. She left because of that charge. She dipped off. She couldn't deal with the heat. Fine, cool. Now you with Ben Affleck again, and he over here slamming doors on your ass. Y'all saw that clip with him putting her in the passenger seat and slamming the door hard as hell. I saw that, right? Man, slamming the door hard as hell. Y'all only been married for 2 nanoseconds. Ben Affleck thought he could marry a hood Latina chick. Ha! A hood Latina chick from New York. Ha! Ah, Ben. And to all you white dudes. Yeah. That whiteness don't cure everything. Yeah, Longo Ebony K. Williams is a millennial. She's a millennial. Right? Right. So y'all talk amongst yourselves. Give Mr. Z 1 minute. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. And I'm back. I am back. But yeah, so I definitely want to come in and kind of rehash this. I'm probably gonna rehash it a couple more times. Definitely when the oldest Generation X turns 60, right? Definitely when they turn 60, and it's not to snub them. It is to millennial women. You better well the oldest of millennial women, like you get in where you fit in, and to the youngest ones, um, is this what you want to follow? And to Gen Z, once again, is this what you want to follow? Right? Is this what you want to follow? To Gen Z, Chrissy ain't no spring chicken. That's who you want to listen to? Yanni look like she about to lose it. That's who you want to listen to? Paris over here gassed y'all up and ran out the back door with the money. That's who you want to listen to? Cynthia G is off her goddamn rocker. She's gone. She is gone. That's who you want to listen to? Right? Crystalline Kerosene. It looked like it was working with the white husband until it wasn't working with the white husband. That's who you want to listen to? The weirdo, crazy auntie, cat lady over here. First thing she want to do with Chat GPT is ask questions about swirling. Dear Generation Z, these are the people. Generation Z black women. Right? These are the people you want to listen to? Divested zealot looking like a crazy person? That's who you want to listen to? Hashtag black woman look like she could never keep her lipstick on the right way. You know when you got the auntie that her lipstick be a little too far out of her lip lining? The lipstick be doing it's too much. Yeah. That's who you want to follow? Like I said, divested zealot always look drunk. Shira 7 over here, sprinkle, sprinkle. That's who you want to follow? All right, Gen Z. These examples suck. Shira 7 over here messing with spirits and all type of, you know, damn near got the Ouija board out. And Oliver the Gray says, and thank you for the super chat. Oliver the Gray says, all of these women on this list, we would hit wifey to this day. They are at Roger Report. Say it loud. Simply not good people. Probably not. I gotta give like for these women, especially like we mentioned Regina Hall. For Regina Hall, Sanaya Lathan, right? Now, even though she does weird stuff, and I wouldn't trust her around any children, right? I always found Gabrielle Union to be supremely attractive. I wouldn't put her around any children, especially not a boy, right? I'm not putting her around any kids, especially not a boy. But at least she's married to Wade, and she holding on. All the rest of them, Tracy Ellis Ross got body for days. What that mean? You ain't gonna have no daughter because you ain't gonna have no kids, right? You're not passing that body on to no one, right? I gotta agree with you on that. I gotta agree with you on that. I have to. Shirley Shepard been in Hollywood or for how long, right? Let's pause right. The twin. You were married. Now you're not. Now you're posting thirst trap pictures, and your son don't even want to be part of your thirst trap pictures. Although I think the twin, is she a millennial? She might be a millennial, right? So yeah, like Roger said, I mean, Niecy Nash. Janet Jackson, Taraji P. Henson, Maya, right? Vivica A. Fox, Claudia Jordan. The names go on forever, right? The names go on forever. Maybe I gotta do one on white women, but God, that if we do one on white celebrity women, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna be bringing truckloads of names that just fumbled the bag, that just fumbled the bag. Look, you know what? Rewind, Mr. Z. Rewind, rewind. They didn't fumble the bag. These women have their own money. How's that working for them? Ooh, goddamn. You're the talent. You're the money. How's that working? Do they look happy? Claudia Jordan before this was dating a dude years younger than her for a minute. How'd that work? Lisa Ray still talking about dudes she was married to from the islands. She act like they just divorced yesterday. That was over a decade ago. Vivica telling you she would get back with 50. That was over a decade ago. Like I keep on saying, Monica over here practically waiting outside the prison for C murder. That was what, 2 decades ago? Something like maybe a decade, over a decade ago. Let's say that, right? And KW Don says, and thank you for the super chat, KW Don. If black women think any of these black misandrist content creators are going to lead them to the promised land, you have got another thing coming, bruh. They just really getting their anger off, right? The resentment and the anger they feel. They just like watching those content creators because they feel like those content creators are sticking it to black men, right? Those to them, they don't start the clock back in the 70s and the 80s. They don't start the clock there. They start the clock with Tommy Sotomayor. And they look at these content creators as the response to Tommy and to Kevin, right? Chrissy and Mahogany Pink and Lexus Exodus and Cynthia G and you name them. Even if these people blew up on YouTube before Kevin really blew up, they look at these people, these women, as responses to, like I said, Tommy Sotomayor, Kevin Samuels. You know, they don't care about any of that we're talking about. They don't. They're not right. You realize that the other day, Mr. Z had a stream for over 5 hours, and we mentioned the women at the end because we didn't mention the women, right? We spoke for damn near well over 5 hours and did a blink and you'll miss it sideways comment about the women because we hadn't spoken about the women for damn near 5 hours. You think you could put women on a panel and they don't mention men for 5 hours if they're not talking about makeup or some reality TV show? Black women, right? Detroit. Detroit, hysterical. And thank you for the super chat. And Detroit said, divested zealot sounds like she had a 40 ounce and a bucket of chicken when she talks. Bro, she just sounds like a crazy person. She she's off her rocker, right? And Mary J, another one. According to rumors from out what I heard, Mary is damn near like Diddy when he drunk. For all of y'all that ever seen Diddy get real touchy handsy when he drunk, apparently. With with you know what I ain't even gonna further the rumor. We don't know. But yeah, right. But yeah, she gets sloppy drunk. Apparently, multiple celebrities have said it. Mary be doing too much when she get drunk, right? Oh, Sahel said, "Nah, Tia's early millennial. Throw her in the damn Xers still." Oh, okay. Bad Black Gamer says she's 45. She's an X. Yeah, if she's 45, she's an X. She's a very young X, but she's an X if she's 45, right? 20 years ago, 50 and Vivica. 20 years ago. 2 damn decades, right? Wow. Yeah, it's what's going on, Mr. Donnie Mac. And Mr. Donnie Mac says, in undergrad, my friend and I came up with the Lawrence Tate rule. If she's older than Tate or was a love interest on screen with him, she's too old for us. That's funny. That's funny, right? And yeah, yeah, that look, Xer celebrity black women, and we'll end out on this, had so many opportunities to be married with children if that's what they want. Once again, we're talking about the ones that are lamenting that they never got married, or they don't have children. They're over here telling you they've been looking for love, right? If what the brother said about what Claudia Jordan said is true, then now you saying that dudes just want to smash. That's unfortunate, right? Y'all been out here for 2 and 3 decades, right? 2 and 3 decades. 3 decades. Look, okay, fine. You blow up at 19, 20. We all saying your name. All right, fine. You need some years for that to get out your system. All right, now you 28. All right, she's too young. She's not, but okay. Now you 32. All right, you still trying to establish your career. You looking for that big movie role that's really really gonna make you known and blow up. All right, now you're 40. Uh-oh. You're still dating, you're still, having your fun and whatever. You try to get serious with a dude, let's try again. He tries to get serious with you. Y'all do the relationship thing for a few years. You call it off. Now you're 43. Uh-oh. Y'all break up. You go start dating younger dudes. They're using you as target practice. You end up with one, he stayed with you for a couple years. Y'all don't work out. Now you're 47. Right? Now you're 47. Just like that. You start dating some old white dude who secretly was drooling over you back when you were 25 years old. Shout out to Khalees. Y'all end up together for 2, 3, 4 years. Y'all don't get married. He passes away. Now you're 52. Now you're 50. Now you're 53. Right? Huh. Now what? Just like that, you could find yourself on the north side of 50. Just like that. Mr. Z is in his mid 30s. I know a couple of I know a couple of women, a couple that I've dated, still single, no kids. Right? You really got to put it in perspective. I see y'all talk, Trail in the comments. What's going on, Trail? Talking about Regina King and Poetic Justice and stuff like that. We got to remember these are movies that came out in the 90s. We've been talking about these people for 3 decades. Damn, they're 3 decades. We're approaching 3 decades on a lot of the movies and music that we refer to from the 90s, right? These are people we've been talking about for 3 decades practically. Definitely over 2 decades, but 3 decades practically, right? And they've been rubbing elbows with all of these different dudes, having sex with all of these different guys. You try to tell me the men in Hollywood, all these men passed you up? Is Paris Hilton still not married yet? Is she? And I think Paris is a millennial anyway. By the way, we were talking about Xers, but you could throw Paris in there, right? Kim Kardashian messed up because she should have held on to Kanye. Yeah, he's erratic and he's out there. And where you going? Clearly, example, where are you going? And you have how many kids from him? Where you thought she was going? Oh, you Kim Kardashian, you thought you was going somewhere. Where you going? And it's so okay, ladies, fine. Look, Mr. Z is okay with saying things are not fair. Yeah, it's not fair. Yeah, it's not fair to have kids, have 2, 3 kids from a man, and then when I'm stuck with him forever, yeah, maybe. Uh-oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. Yeah, maybe. Choose wisely. Yeah, maybe. So he gets to cheat on me and I gotta stay? Yeah, maybe. It's called exercising options. But okay, fine, you want to call it cheating? Yeah, maybe. Right? Yeah. What's your thought? You realize we're mentioning famous women who can't make it work? Maya. Maya married herself, everyone. Let me say it again. Maya. My body's like, whoa, Maya. That Maya. Oh, wait a minute. She did have the song with Cisco that said it's all about me, 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 me. Oh, how's that working? Right? Sahel said they have to follow that Beyonce workout program. Their pride won't let them. Their pride won't let them. Look, Bill Clinton been doing whatever he wanted to do on Hillary Clinton since Arkansas. Since Arkansas. He stayed getting caught. Since Arkansas. Where Hillary Clinton going? Where's she going? Well, you know she ain't going nowhere now. Where was she gonna go? Would Hillary have been senator without Bill? Would Hillary be Secretary of State without Bill? Would she be a stone throw away from the White House at one point without Bill? Right? Come on, man. So and I know those weren't Xers. Obviously, Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton aren't Xers, but still, and y'all have examples, but clearly, right? Y'all the ones who wanted Cardi B to leave um Offset. How that working? She could potentially one day, but first of all, Cardi B didn't wait forever to get married. She got married to Offset and she stayed. And that dude didn't exercise his options how many times and got caught, and she ain't going nowhere. Right? And Trell Billy says Monica Lewinsky is 97. Oh no. Bill been doing what he been doing way before Monica Lewinsky. Way before Monica Lewinsky. He was doing what he was doing since he was governor of Arkansas. You could argue before that. Right? My fellow Dade native Trina. Like she said, cute face, slim waist. Yeah. 2 decades later. Right? 2 decades later. So on that note, everyone, we'll call it a night here. I just wanted to bring you guys this. This is the receipts, y'all. The receipts. Right? So y'all like, share, subscribe. Go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. Um, we'll pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. And y'all have a great rest of y'all night. And to, like I said, millennials, definitely younger millennials, definitely Gen Z, heed the warning. Find you a man, ride out with him, y'all make it work. Right? Y'all make it work. Unless you want to be like one of these celebrity women, of course. And it don't look good. All right then. On that note, y'all have a great rest of y'all night. All right, everyone. Mr. Z out.